few participants here. Okay, very pleasant evening, one and all present here, and almost we are nearing to the end of the 3-month training program, and today is our 22nd session of the 3-month training program. So I hearty welcome everyone. So those who are present, those who are not present, like RN Singh sir and the chief patrons of the WCOP, and I also welcome the what you can say, the chief person of the training program, the chief trainer exactly. So Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir, who has been giving us valuable techniques and theory and knowledge with his experience and the immediate answers to the cases, immediate remedies to the cases. So I welcome BJR sir, Ashok sir, and everyone and all the participants who are present here. So I request, and today we have our chairperson as Professor A.R. Krishnamurthy sir, who is from QMP University, Karnataka, and also we have A. Sudhakar Reddy sir, neurosurgeon and psychologist, and he's also a member from WCOP. And we have a special invitee, Mrs. G. Swara Gauri, who is an advocate and psychologist from Kakinada, AP. So a hearty welcome you everyone. So once again, a hearty welcome all the participants and guests, chief guests, guest of honors, special invitees. So I request PGR sir to initiate the program.
Yeah, I think good evening to all. She has covered all my welcome also. Now I request again Rama Devi to just go ahead with the program. Request our chairperson Krishnamurthy sir to speak.
Okay. So there is, I feel he has been many times present in the session. So I don't think we need a very big introduction again. So I request Krishnamurthy sir, who has been a professor from QAP University, and he has done a lot of research in many aspects of, in many areas of his interest. So I request Krishnamurthy sir to pass on a quick message to the group.
Thank you, Dr. Ramadevi. Thanks, Professor Govind Reddy, and also Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan, Dr. Sudhakar, and others. It's my pleasure to share a few words in this regard. Today's topic being single parent, its impact on children. So, as I have seen, I have also worked as a psychotherapist, consultant psychologist in Manasa Nursing Home for a number of years, apart from teaching and research. So, in this regard, what I have observed is parenting is very important thing in the life of any individual, every individual, because parents provide a feeling of security. So, in Maslow's theory, need hierarchy, we know security is one of the main plank.
Fine. So now I request Ganeshan sir to throw the light on these topics.
Good evening, Professor Govinda Reddy, Professor Krishnamurthy, and Dr. Sudhakar Reddy, and Rama Devi, and other participants in this program.
Good evening, sir.
Single parent problem is growing up much because of Corona also. Somebody pops up and then the other person becomes a single parent. And now the solution to single parent or even double parent, everything is, it is a case-based approach. We cannot have a stencil to fit in everything. It is a case-based approach. Say, for example, the husband misbehaves and quits, and the wife has got a girl child who has come of age. Now, how is she going to pull on life? The recommendation in this case may be a remarriage and realignment. And the girl child should have a father, because the original father is missing and the girl child has got a very negative opinion about the father. So here, a suitable fitting has to be made in this case. In another case, the woman misbehaves and quits, and the father is left with the son. Now, how is he going to handle? So unless it is just like a surgical procedure or a medical procedure where a thorough investigation is required, and after that recommendations have to be made for solving the problem. That is in general I'm talking about. But in case of the certain social issues which are coming up, even at the international level and at the national level, two women, they decide to get married, okay, for pleasure. But after some time, they want to adopt a child. So they go in for a orphan child, or they go for fertility, okay, induced fertility like that. So peculiar problems are coming up. Two guys get married, okay, and they are asking for recognition from the Supreme Court of India. And Western countries, they have sanctioned. Church has sanctioned same-sex marriage, okay, and only sex with animals are banned, but same-sex marriages are allowed in several countries. So it is a culture-oriented, national legal aspect oriented. So we have to look into all that and give a solution to the single parent, whether it is a man or a woman, and also the children. As the Dr. Sudhakar Reddy Garu has suggested, that the German young man feels like killing the father, okay, because he has not accepted, psychological acceptance of the father is not there. I can quote of a case where there is a biological father, only son, who hates the father, who is a millionaire. He's not an ordinary person. And this fellow is a single child and highly qualified with an MBA and all that. But he hates his father like anything. And the father is always criticizing the son. Okay, so we have to diagnose what is the problem. And then we have to tell the father, stop criticizing, start appreciating. Okay, this is a technique for this particular case. It's a case-based approach. And for the son, I would say, fall at the feet of God and fall at the feet of your parents. Whether you like it or not, you do it. Falling at the feet of God is okay for him because it is culturally accepted and he loves to do that. But falling at the feet of the father, he doesn't like. And sometimes some people do not like the mother also. Whether it is a single parent or double parent, it is all the emotion of the person who comes to us or who is referred to us by the parents, okay, or self-referral of a young man or a woman. Then based on that, we have to diagnose, and based on that, we have to give a solution. And this is what is required in medicine or surgery or legal aspect. So it should be a case-based. When you have a thorough data about the case, then you can always suggest solutions like that. So I would suggest this lady whose husband has gone abroad and settled with some other woman there. And this lady is left with a 17-year-old daughter, okay? And the daughter has a need for a father because the previous father is an undesirable father. She is in need of a desirable father. And the lady also needs some security as suggested by Professor Krishnamurthy. So my recommendation would be go for a remarriage. Okay, it may be a person, suppose this lady is 40, maybe another 5 years difference, 45. Then she will go for a search and find a solution to the problem and have a clear contract prior to marriage that I'm bringing my daughter, and that man may say I'm bringing my son. Okay, so counseling has to be given to these people and also to the children. And after counseling, if they get married, there is no problem. But the German young boy did not have counseling. The family counseling or the emotional counseling should have been there. In Germany, psychiatry is dominant and psychology is also there. Either the boy has not sought or the parents have not referred the boy. The mother has not referred the boy. via psychological rehabilitation. And I think any case is solvable by medicine or by surgery with certain limitations. Limitation is there only in limited cases, but most of the problems are solvable. Similarly, psychologists can also solve all sorts of problems after a thorough investigation like that. And we don't have scanning, we don't have a blood test, but then by finding out the whole data of where is the incongruency, then try to remove that incongruency and things will be all right. Now, this multimillionaire son who was hating his father, all that I did was a very simple technique. Asked him to have the photograph of the father in the cell he has got. Keep that photograph, not the original father figure in physical form, but only in the photograph. And I asked him to reduce his rate of breathing, as I have already explained the procedure. Then he was able to reduce the rate of breathing, and then he was able to look at the picture of the father, and he started accepting the father. Because when he hates the father, whether it is a German boy or this Indian young man, the young man is about 25 years old. Okay, and the German boy may be 15, 16 or whatever be the age. The emotionality matters. To reduce the emotionality, very important thing is keep the stimulus, which is stimulating. In this case, the father's image irritates and stimulates the person to get psychological arousal like anger and revenge and feeling like committing homicide and all that. But if they keep looking and reduce their breathing, the whole blood chemistry changes. And later, this young man, I told him, go meet father and mother together. Then he did it and he felt so happy. Similarly, if it is a German boy, go and hug your mother, hug the stepfather. Okay, then things are possible. But if they don't accept the person in the role of a father or the role of a mother, and we see in a lot of porn videos, which is accessible to youngsters, where it leads to incestuous relationship. The stepmother abuses the stepson, and the stepfather abuses the stepdaughter. So all these videos, they are programming the brain of the children and also the adults also. Then they start trying that. So one of the recommendation I would say is, please stop viewing porn videos, whether it is for the young or the old, because that business of porn video is mainly producing incestuous sex, not husband and wife. Immoral, unethical, incestuous sex only they are projecting. After seeing all that, the brain of the person gets programmed to go for a reality check. And that can be also corrected. Whatever be the case, we can give a solution to that. And the rate of breathing is one of the very important techniques I would suggest. Another technique is look at the father figure or mother figure and start laughing. If you start laughing, endorphins are produced and the people get immunized against the hatred of the father or the mother. Okay. That is also another technique which I would recommend. And I want the family counselors to put it to test and report back to me how it works. Okay. Any other observation, comment?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Get see here.
Good evening. Who is speaking?
Get see, sir.
Okay. Tell me.
Sir, actually, I put to use this your technique of this coin tossing, sir.
Okay.
Coin tossing technique, and it really actually this couple were having issues with like who will initiate conversations, and even like they had many issues with initiating.
Okay.
So when I gave them this And they were putting off so many things because initiation was the problem. Who'll do it? You or me? Ego issues, ego clashes and all.
Okay.
So once I gave them the stick technique, they were like really happy. And after that, they're not coming for counseling, even follow-up sessions.
Okay. Okay. So
Like, I think there is.
you lost your consultancy fee. What
Yeah. And one more
question
I had, sir. One more question I had.
Wait, Betsy, what you should do,
Yes, sir.
like medical practitioners do or the surgeons do, first they have to pay. Only then you have to give the technique. If you do
They
the
don't
technique,
pay
they
for
won't
that
come
session.
back. Okay. You have to charge first and then treat later. Okay.
They didn't pay.
Go ahead. You wanted to say something, please do.
Yes, sir. I have this another case, sir. This couple who are like, it's a weird case where both of them sit together and they do drugs. They smoke together and they drink alcohol also together. This couple, and they watch porn together, and like they have friends also coming in and doing all of this with them. Especially there is one particular girl who is like sitting with them and doing all this all the time, but she calls him Anna, and he also calls her like brotherly, sisterly love, they say. But somehow they all initiate things together. Till now, it has been a very confusing relationship where they want something that is a threesome kind of thing, but they haven't initiated it because these both are couple and she's a friend of that girl.
Okay.
And now the problem has gone to such an extent that he keeps asking her, shall I marry her? Shall I give her Kolanda Putrava, Kalyanam Panikava, like that. He keeps asking this girl, the wife. And now it has gone to an extent where they go every day taking their car, they go random to places, and they keep booking on Bumble. They keep booking and asking for another person to join them as a threesome in their sexual intimacy. And they go like it has gone to a very bad extent where they desperately look for people who can join them. And the problem is every time they initiate, the wife is like a problem, but the guy wants it.
Okay. Now you are telling some people start as Anna and end with Kanna.
Yeah.
And some people start as Kanna and end with Anna. This is also possible among college boys and girls also. Okay. I like that Anna so much. I have agreed to marry the Anna. Like that they talk. Okay. So
like how
it is going.
Like brother. They say brother.
One of the things I have to suggest to counselors and psychologists is don't force your ethics on the client. What they want, you find out, and you can gradually make them to change because they do not know what they want. That's the problem. But we are not going to impose any ethics on our clients, but we have to make them feel emotionally healthy, socially healthy, okay, and spiritually healthy also. How to move them away from such habits of drinking or using. Once they drink, they lose control. And if they use some kind of drugs, further control is lost. There is no self-control. One of the important things in psychology is thinking, feeling, and will. It was the base in psychology in UG program. Thinking, feeling, and willing. Willing means the self-control, control of the thought process. And they have lost the will aspect. They are not able to control themselves emotionally. So first train them in emotional control. Okay. Now, I remember once a film situation which you would have also people seen, where Shivaji Ganesan has acted with Padmini. Shivaji Ganesan was the king and Padmini was the dancer. And Shivaji Ganesan gets tempted and holds the hand of this dancer and says, go to bed with me. And she is shocked because he is a great king. And she says, please wait, you have something to eat. Then he thinks, maybe after eating, it will be followed by sex. Then she offers a large plate full of sweets in various colors, red, green, yellow, white, etc. And she asked him, take this and take this and take this one by one. Then he says, how is it? He says, everything is fine. In what way they are similar, she is asking. Similarities, they are all sweets. Only color varies, taste varies, fragrance varies, but then sweet is the common thing. Then she says, what the same thing is there with Maharani and me or any other woman. It's a cognitive behavior therapy. Then the king was shocked and says, oh my goodness, you have taught me a lesson, though you are a dancer. Okay. So there are cognitive therapies which can be used, not only by the dancer, but by the therapist also. You can ask, what do you want? What do you get out of the relationship with the extramarital relationship? And what is deficient with your wife? And the wife, he says, that lady says, okay for all positions, but my wife says she prefers only 2 positions. Then what is the solution? You train the wife to be flexible for all positions, like the other lady is doing. That is one way, educating and training the wife to learn more positions, which will be taught only by the husband. Okay. And things become all right. He need not go to another person simply because she offers certain positions which are not agreeable to the wife, something like that. So the proper diagnosis will solve the problem. Okay. For example, to tell a case, oral sex was not agreeable to your wife. Then after training, she has adjusted and she started enjoying oral sex. She started sucking the penis of the husband. After that, appropriate training, things become all right. Otherwise, it would have ended in a divorce like that. So the proper diagnosis of the problem and proper training will solve the problem. That's what I would say. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was like.
Welcome, Betsy.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, it is about a person of 30 years.
Okay.
He's divorced.
Okay.
It has been a year, 1.5 years after he got divorced. So when he was because the girl blamed that he's not good in this, good in bed. So the parents got worried and they took him to the doctor for testing. So he was done with a varicose surgery.
Okay.
Varicose vein surgery. So after that, because and the doctor was not in a rush to do it, but he said it is advisable to go for surgery. So the parents forced him to get into the surgery. But after that surgery, he started feeling that my body has become a defective. So because there is a change in the shape of the scrotum, there is a sometimes it is getting stiff, sometimes it is getting swollen, sometimes it is becoming saggy. So for every change, he keeps on blaming the doctor and blames the parents. And he also says that I love my body because he has hypermobility, because he can twist his body in any way. So and he has very much love for his body. So unless and until because of his wish, he won't accept anything. If something happens, I mean, if he does by himself, he accepts the change. But if someone has influenced and did something like the surgery, he doesn't accept it. So he feels that, okay, this is gone defective, so there is no worth of living. So, so ultimate thing is the death only. So what if happens this one? So he's not getting convinced in spite of getting the breathing exercises or anything. So even if he tries the GMR, genital muscle relaxation, he comes back to the same topic that if the doctor hasn't done or my parents hasn't forced it, I would have been normal because I love my body, and he's not very much interested in charity or giving it. So he keeps on saying the same repeatedly, like just like an obsession. So I will get for every question he has answered. So for few days I will be like this, then I will become normal. But when I see a change, I will again get disturbed. He doesn't accept that I am thinking overly. Because of that, I am getting disturbed. So he feels that only because of the surgery, I am getting disturbed.
Okay. Okay. Now, what is it that he is not able to do?
Sorry, I didn't understand, sir.
Now, what is his disability? I am asking.
He has no disability, sir. After varicocele surgery, he found there is some change in the shape of the scrotum.
Okay.
He is not able to accept it. It has become my body shape has gone wrong. That is the main part of my body, and I love that organ and everything.
Okay.
He loves his body a lot.
Okay, because his first wife divorced him because he was not able to perform sex or what?
That is the reason the girl said, but actually he performed.
But once the girl says she is the final judge.
Yes, sir.
But that means he was not able to satisfy a woman. Okay. So what is the treatment target is he must be capable of satisfying a woman. Okay. What he says is he has lost something, but can you make a woman to be satisfied? Get married and make a woman be satisfied. Okay. The penile status, how is it? Is he getting every morning erections?
Sometimes yes, and so when I asked, he said, when I am happy, I'll get the erections. When I get like I'm just sleep like normally, I don't get erections.
Okay,
So
okay.
after varicocele, parents have taken him to some place, to some girl, and he said, I did well.
Yeah, who is the girl?
Some outsiders, sir. There is not no way related.
We engage somebody to
Yes,
put
yes.
this man to test. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. It should not be done. It is illegal in India.
Yes,
Whereas
sir.
abroad, it has become a surrogacy. Surrogacy is there, but here it is not okay. But anyway, they have done it, and he was all right with that woman, is it not? That means he is
Yes, sir.
all right. So he should
But he
not
is
blame
not
the
accepting that. He is not
He
accepting that.
should not blame the surgeon. Okay, first of all, they do their level best to save the person's life. They have done that, and there is no negative impact. He is able to perform well, though not with his first wife. He is able to perform with a stranger. Okay, so that means there is a psychological block for this person.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, ask him. You are always talking about your body. You are selfish. You are egoistic. But
Yes, sir.
what you can
And
do
he
to
says that,
avoid-
yes, I am selfish. I am selfish.
No,
He
it's
accepts
okay.
that.
No, it's okay. Nothing wrong in being selfish. We have to take our meal and take our bath and brush our teeth and go to sleep. That's okay. But what you can do for others, okay, ask the person to help the handicapped. Okay, take him to a place where handicap rehabilitation is happening. Ask him to help them. And when he does that, then you will understand he has no handicap. Okay, it's only imaginary handicap. Okay, if you go to amputees, physically handicapped person, deaf and dumb, blind, okay, then only he will understand he is imagining that he is having a disability. Okay, and my recommendation would be ask him to go and choose a person who is handicapped and ask him to get married. His focus will be in sacrificing something for others. Okay, first take him out. You can go along and show him the rehabilitation home somewhere nearer to your place. Boys and girls, that is the first step. The second step is, can you choose to marry a handicapped woman? Okay. Then things should be all right. He will definitely come out of it. And stop blaming the surgeon, surgeon.
Yes, sir. But he's so stubborn that he's not willing to do anything to change himself, because I don't like, even if I say that go out for a walk, and I don't go in my place. I want to be away my parents.
He need not go away from parents. You say, let us go and visit a handicapped home for the handicapped, and give some charity to them. Then by seeing only, his cognition will change. Okay, there are worst handicaps. I hope you have some center there for rehabilitation.
I
cities like
I need to look, sir. There are
yes,
orphanages, but I'm not sure of
please ask.
handicapped one. I'll find out. I'll find out.
Ask the doctors in your nursing home. They will
Sure,
tell
sure.
which is the handicapped rehabilitation centers are there. Okay. Any government will have a rehabilitation center.
Yes, sir.
Support system is there. For example, in Chennai, there is in KK Nagar Vocational Rehabilitation Center for Physically Handicapped is there. And the central government centers are also there. In Chennai, Gindi, it was there. And I was a rehabilitation psychologist in my first job. And later I was in the central government as a rehabilitation psychologist in Punjab.
Okay.
So just to say, come on, let us go and visit, and then you can give some donation to them, okay, for making their meals or something. No problem is he is self-focused, as I have been often telling. Anybody who is having a mental health problem is egoistic, ego-centered. The other way is to shift the focus to others, okay, who are less fortunate than him. Then he will say it is okay. He is not lame, he is not an amputee, he is not deaf or dumb, okay, or mute, okay. And the person thinks there is no problem, okay. And another thing, he is able to perform sex with a stranger than his wife, okay. Anyway, thank God, first wife got rid of him and went away. So you call him for a second wife and say that you can choose later, not immediately. Later you can say, you can give life to a handicapped, maybe polio affected or amputee or whatever. I have seen some of the deaf girls are so beautiful. Okay, they are
Yes,
not models, but with God has made them the hearing and all that. Deaf and dumb. I have seen Bharatanatyam performed by such people.
yes, sir. I have given him the story of the Sudhachandran, who is a dancer who lost his leg in an accident.
But stories will not help Rama. You have to take him
Yes,
physically, to donate to a handicapped home.
Okay,
He's
sure,
used to clothes, apples and shoes and belt. Ask him to give. Okay, then ask him to give some money or sweets. Then he understands by comparison. There is a cognitive shift which will happen. He will say, thank God I'm okay. I'm having 2 legs and 2 hands, both the eyes which are intact. So this is a cognitive behavior therapy. This is a program that I recommend. You try that, then tell me what it is.
Okay, sir. Definitely. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, Prabha, you have anything to discuss?
Actually, I have one more, but I'm actually looking for any other people to come.
Yeah,
up.
you better postpone.
Me, sir.
You better postpone and give chance to others.
That's why I kept silent.
I'm asking Prabha because I see her photo here.
So good evening.
Good evening.
So thank you, but I'm not in a right lighting to be visible to you properly.
That's all right. Your photo is looking good. Tell me.
Thank you for your loving compliments, sir.
Yeah.
But surely tomorrow I'll try to
Baba, you have
to you. But
every day you have your meal, breakfast. When you come for the workshop, you should come with something. Okay, you do it next time.
so this is the lighting I have. I'm sorry.
No. Lighting is not important. Any problem which you discuss is more important.
Sir, I'm so glad that I'm being a part of this sessions, this training program. And sir, of course, I'm doing my PhD finally, and now I've not yet started my counseling process. I mean to say, I'm not giving any counselings to anyone, but
Okay.
in our families, I have seen little disturbances, problems through children, you know. Children who I mean to say is to who are aged in 15 years like that.
Okay.
Children getting distracted from the studies
Okay.
to mobile addiction, friends chatting and all,
Okay.
and hiding mobiles, taking their mobiles to the colleges.
Okay.
So these problems are going on, and now our daughters are studying in the second year. And
Okay.
they are, of course, working a bit hard, but they are a bit difficult to getting out from these addictions. Like,
Yeah.
so that is that you know, sir, as a parents, that has become a big problem to us.
What is the age of the child?
Sir, I'm blessed with one daughter. She's 16 years old. She's studying into second year.
Okay.
She is okay in studies. She is getting 460 above in NEET.
Okay.
Though she is working hard, she's of course now she's out of this addiction of mobile.
Okay.
But she is sometimes feeling stressed.
Okay.
Yesterday, what happened? She wrote her NEET exam, and she could not perform well. When I went to see her at the college, she hugged me and she started crying in front of her dean. So she is becoming more sensitive.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know how to, I mean to say, we are of course giving her good mental support, but
Okay.
Please teach me some more methods or techniques to strengthen her.
See, for example, S.P. Balasubramaniam, the great singer who sang some 40,000 songs, basically was a mechanical engineer. Okay.
Sir. Yes.
And he qualified in mechanical engineering, and it was his hobby to sing. And gradually he drifted to singing, and he became a super specialist in various languages.
Yes, sir.
So what I would suggest is for parents to ask the children to choose three areas. Maybe one is a doctor, another is an engineer, another is a singer or whatever. Okay. Or to be a scientist, etc. Okay. If they have multiple choices, they'll not have any stress. But what happens is they have got a single goal and they get frustrated and even go to the level of committing suicide if they fail a NEET exam. So I always ask the youngsters in schools and colleges when I meet them, what is your future plan, occasional plan? They say one thing. Give me a second. Then they say same thing. No, give me a second one. Give me a third one. Okay. And once they cognitively accept there are three possibilities. Okay. Then they can even become a singer or dancer or a karate expert or whatever. Okay. And abroad, the opportunity is there. A person who studies in a subject can switch over to something else. But in India, it is not like that. But then still, people can switch over. There is a person who is a doctor who is selling silk sarees. Okay, he has become a businessman. So if you ask the question, no problem. At least they'll have something to fall back on. So ask your daughter also, okay, you want to become a doctor, what next? She may say somewhat similar is psychologist, because I have come across people who have chosen psychology, because it's also a kind of a therapeutic procedure is there. Okay. Or they may say, I want to become a teacher. Okay. Or I want to become a scientist, like that. There is a thirst and interest schedule.
Sir.
It is a 10 into 10 box, which used to be used in vocational guidance.
Sir.
So if you can get your hands on this Thurston's interest schedule, you
Yes,
can give it to your daughter. And also strong vocational interest black.
Sir.
Okay. And it will show which is her preference. She may not know by herself. Sometimes they will say, I want to become a guitarist.
Sir.
It will be totally different. Doctor and pilot and guitarist.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then ask them to, if you want to become a guitarist, go for the guitarist class. Okay. Guitar class. Okay. Like that. Otherwise, the single focus and then failure leads to frustration and then suicide.
Sir.
So it should be multi-focused.
Sir.
That's what I would suggest.
Thank you very much for the session.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, 2 days. Sir,
Please,
2 days.
please tell your name.
Sir, I am Harisha, sir.
Okay, Harisha. Okay. Because we are not visiting there anyway. Tell me. Yes, Harisha. Yes. Now you are visiting.
2 days before in Palamner, a case came, sir.
Yeah.
That one 9th class student have committed suicide due to a reason
Okay.
that a fight with his sibling.
Okay.
Fight that is due to cycle issue.
Okay.
9th class student have done suicide. I felt very bad. So, any technique to improve the relation between siblings, sir?
Yeah.
These are happening. 9th class student means maybe 13 or 14 years. At that time, commit the suicide. I don't know why these children are like this.
No. You want to investigate what has happened. Now, what is the problem? The younger brother is having problem.
Having only one cycle, so that small fight.
Okay.
Always they will be quarreling to each other.
Okay.
Due to small issues only, not big ones. Due to small issues, they have come.
Tell me, Harsha, who is having the problem? The younger boy is having problem?
Elder boy.
Elder boy age?
Younger boy.
Age of the person you are talking about.
9th class, sir.
9th class, 14 years?
Smaller boy is 7th class.
7th class, okay. So the elder boy committed suicide.
Yes, sir.
The younger boy is having stress.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I think.
Okay. Now, does he have any cousin brothers?
I don't know, sir. I didn't meet that case, but I heard that with my colleague.
Okay, no, it's all right. You ask whether he is having cousin brothers.
Okay.
Okay, they are blood related.
Okay.
Ask him to do something for the cousin brother, calling him as Anna. Okay, because he survived, he is alive. The original brother is gone.
Yes.
Okay, the surrogate brother is the cousin brother. Ask him to do something good for the cousin brother, calling him as Anna. Ask him what I can do for you, Anna. And whatever he can do for this person, that will solve the problem.
Okay.
He cannot do anything for his elder brother who is already gone.
Yes. Now
He's having a sense of guilt that can be reduced by talking to the cousin brother. Or even if he's not having cousin brother, he can talk to senior boys in the school, calling them as Anna, and ask them what is to be done. Help the other person, senior boys. Okay, and help them. That's the way out. That is the antidote to guilt.
Yes.
Okay, otherwise they will feel like committing suicide.
Yes.
You would like to go and join with Anna. Okay, so you say the younger brother because he is having the guilt.
Okay.
Okay, ask him to make you cousin brothers happy, or if he is not having cousin brothers, cousin sisters, or any senior boys and girls. Let them be linked like that. With a
So
supportive.
relation between them.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's it. That will save the boy's life. Okay. Okay, Harsha.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
I'm Durga Bhavani.
Durga Bhavani, yes. Tell me.
It's I have come across a case yesterday. I'm a school counselor.
Okay.
So I have come across a case in the kindergarten.
Okay.
The girl is touching her vagina always, and she's asking other students. This is happening in the bus also. I mean, when they go back to home, so they
Okay.
go in a winger. So what happens is she is in UKG, and she asked the LKG kid to pull out her panty, and she
Okay.
keeps touching her vagina. So I just went to the class, and I was observing her. I've seen her in the class also. She's continuously touching there, and like it's a concern from the other parent also. Like
Okay.
she's asking the boys to remove for the other girls also.
Okay.
Remove the panty for the other girls also.
Okay.
And she's asking, we'll play Amma Nana game.
Okay.
So, and the class teachers were shocked, and like they were very much worried regarding this.
Okay.
So how can I help that child, sir?
You have to help the parents, not the
Yeah,
child.
we have informed the parents, sir, regarding this.
No, you have to give counseling to the parents who are doing that Amma Nana play in the presence of the child. Ask them to stop it. They can do it, okay, when the child is away. Or they have to move out of the room and engage in such activities. That is one thing. Another thing is somebody would have touched and stimulated the little girl.
Okay.
Some member of the family. Sometimes it can be her own father, okay, or brother or neighbor or uncle, okay. So they have to be located and they should be counseled not to do it, okay. And ask her not to repeat it, and if she does like that, all people can clap and laugh as if it is a funny thing. Instead of frowning at and punishing, ask people to clap and laugh, okay, so that she will feel that it is being revealed to everybody. It's not a secret. Don't tell that, don't do it. But you say, she's doing some funny thing like that. Then you can say, stop doing the funny thing. And who is the culprit? Any uncle or relative, or even an elderly person or a grandpa may be touching this girl's genital. And the girl has got stimulated and she wants to watch. So you have to change the source from where it has come. So investigate and you will be able to find out. The girl will also share with you who touched your private parts, who is it, etc. And then tell the parents also to keep away, maybe a neighbor or relative. Usually it is a close relative who often visits the girl's house. Okay. It may be a servant or somebody who appears to be respectable but doing all the mischief. So the child should be saved from that person, negative person. And then you can tell her not to do it. You can say, hey, it's a funny thing you are doing. Not a nasty thing, but a funny thing. Avoid doing funny things. And everybody will clap and laugh. Okay. And then she will understand and she will come out.
Is it possible that by watching porn videos, she may get excited. Is there any case like that?
Yes. See, the human brain gets stimulated from whatever it sees. So if you want to train a dog, you lie flat on the ground, the dog will also follow and lie flat on the ground. That's one of the dog training techniques. If you sit, it will sit. Okay. If you stand, it will stand. Okay. So what you see, you follow, not what you hear. What you hear takes time, but what you see, you will follow. So the parents should keep the child away, or they should move out of the bedroom when they want to have sex. That is first thing. And if they are watching porn videos, naturally the child looks at it and the brain gets stimulated. Though the child has not come of age, but the brain starts working, and sometimes they will reach menarche much earlier, even at the age of 8, 9, etc. Okay. So all those things happen because of the abuse by some adult or by seeing the porn videos, which the father is seeing, and it is not good for the father also to watch. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to give counseling to the parents also. That's what is my recommendation.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to contribute a lot. See,
Yes.
whatever the reasons given by you, it is good. It is okay. Apart from that, see, in a house, a newly married couple, and small kids who are going to the LKG, UKG, and first class, and having known that these children are watching them, and consciously only they will be just lying on this newly married couple and doing all nonsense before the children, all nonsense and everything in toto as presented by Durga Bhavan. And they are not bothered about whether these children, poor children, are just watching. They are not bothered. These are these type of cases. 3 or 4 cases came to me. This is quite unpardonable. What to do?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yes.
So, actually, the parents, elderly people, actually they are warning this newly married couple. But apart from that, they are thinking that they are doing, and it has become a show to the children.
Oh.
They are not bothered. They are not minding. They are not minded. And these poor children, they are watching everything and what they are doing, and these people are repeating.
Yeah. In children and animals, what they see, they will imitate.
Naturally.
That is the danger. That's the danger. So you have to give them right models and not present wrong models. Okay. So we have to educate the parents.
So first of all, basically, I think this newly married couple, actually, in this modern days, they are thinking that and they are expressing everything. This is a lovely couple. This is a lovely couple. And these children also are telling they are lovely couple, lovely couple. And what they are telling in front of these kids, they are repeating.
Yeah.
My brother is so good. My brother is lucky. My sister's hubby is so good. And these people, everything they have spoken before the kids. And these children in turn, they are telling, you are so lucky. You are so lucky that you are having such a nice, handsome boy like this. And all everything exhibition. Exhibiting everything before the young kids. That is another one major problem. Another major problem is that they are not utilizing their bedroom, or they may not be having bedroom. That is also another problem.
Oh, yeah. They are crowded houses.
Yes.
Yes. But they should have some disciplining.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one more point I am adding. We are talking about so nicely about a single parent. My observation, the girl who is bringing up or rearing under the father, automatically some kind of adverse qualities she may derive, or she may derive quite dominating characteristics from her father. That is another possibility.
Yes.
And vice versa. A girl who is rearing under a boy rearing under the mother, and here also he derives almost female characteristics, feminine characteristics from the mother. And
Yes.
while coming up, while they are grown up, got married, and they are entering into the some kind of adverse problems. And it may also lead to, it may not be just solved, and it may lead to adverse family effects.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is also another major problem. And another thing, whether it is they are having single parent, or and there are many cases, many educated parents, both, not keep it aside a single parent. Here, both the husband and wife, they are called as a couple. What they are doing here, educated, and I am sorry to say, they're all psychology studied people.
So-called educated.
So-called educated. What they are doing, they are pampering their own children. They are pampering their own children, forgetting everything. They are studied psychology. Studied psychology, they are thinking that it is a subject, that's all. It is not going to implement it, or it may be having, they are not using it. So they pampered a single child, and with their bloody pamperedness, they got married to 3 or 4 people also. We have seen so many cases. Both the parents are there. Only thing, they have studied psychology, and they are telling in the classroom. But when they go home, they are different. They are pampering like anything. And they are highly possessive. Possessive. My daughter should be with me. Should be with me. We have seen many cases. And here, either a father pampered these 3 children, and there are many cases, they have studied their children, 3 children or 2 children. One is a psychiatrist, one is a doctor, one is an engineer. And even not only whether just Christian or whatever, Hindu, does not matter. I have seen many children, they are come up to the age of 35, 34 or 30s. Just I inquired, what happened? Why they have not got married? Not got married. It is not the fault of the children. It is the funny decisions taken by the mother, particularly the mother's role. I observed. Because they are just go on telling one of my students, she studied B.Ed under me, and she retired. And she requested me to go for for her daughter one alliance. She is a, I think, MBA student doing a job at Chennai. She put forth before me so many beautiful characteristics one should have to have her own son-in-law. A list. It should be handsome. It should be lean. He should be highly talkative. He should be good looking, and he should be an only child. Like this, they're all educated.
Okay.
So these type of parents are there. Subsequently, victims are poor children.
Oh, yeah. But what I suggest is you have to empower the children to become assertive.
Yeah.
And meet the parents and say, this is what I want. This is what you want. This is what I want. You want me to take puri, but I want chapati or idli. So they should have the assertion.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will be married. That's the problem. So what we can do is empower the children who are submissive to become assertive. But otherwise, they will become aggressive. Sometimes they will even kill the parent. Okay, when a time comes, they will even kill the parent. So to diffuse the severity of the problem, We have to empower these people to become assertive and say no on certain occasions and say what they want. For this, I would always recommend, don't say, there's a title of the book which I wanted to give, maybe I will give it in the next program. Okay. Don't say yes when you want to say no. This is the book. Don't say yes when you want to say no. Okay. And this deals with assertiveness training. And the book is available in the bookshops. So you can prescribe the book to the client. Go through the book, and there are examples of how to say no. You can say no aloud, or whisper, or in between. Okay. Or keep mum, or flare up. In between that, there are 1,000 stages. So you can move from the 0 stage to 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be good. Otherwise, they will even kill the parents because you only spoil my life like that. And they may be 40 plus where they cannot get married at all. They should not keep waiting. That's my recommendation.
And another observation, I think Prabha Joseph has spoken. Her daughter is so sensitive. Her daughter is so sensitive. She has mentioned that word. Not only I am specifically pointing out Prabha Joseph or somebody else. It happened in my own family also. My madam is also working. She is also professor.
Okay.
And moreover, computer science professor. And I am a psychologist. You know, see, my madam always uses to instruct me. Even my children are coming up intermediate or even BTech, they are doing. Go to the railway station and book a ticket for them and go to the market and get the vegetables. And she will not allow her children to go. Okay, then who is not, see, subsequently what is happening? They are becoming unsociable and sensitive and whatnot, everything. Who are responsible? Like I am example. I'm sorry to say, I'm a psychologist.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I agree with you, sir.
Yeah, please.
Easy ready, sir. I agree with you.
You are a very obliging person. That's the problem. You should not be too much obliging. So, now what? I will give you one small game. She wants you to get some vegetable like banana and brinjal, etc. You buy the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's a mild way of protest. Anything other than the brinjal and banana you can buy. Then she will flare up and jump and her BP will go up. And if you keep doing this mischief few times, you become brave and you feel funny. Okay, you will start laughing. Otherwise, you will feel what to do. Now I have to bear all these things. Become funny and you are training her to cool down. Her BP will come down. Do such mischief, that itself is a technique.
Yeah, the other day, you have mentioned almost all the working women and who are also earning, they're a little bit more to, compared to husband. They're highly egoistic. So even my wife is also not exempted.
Okay. Okay.
Not exempt. I am telling the fact. So apart from that, here, though she just always she defended, protected, overprotected, whatnot, everything. But anyway, I was quite friendly with my wife. I was quite friendly with my my children. So that saved the children to become highly sociable.
Very good.
Highly sociable. You know, as you said, if one just self immunizing, it doesn't serve any purpose. So best technique is when, as you said, when wife get angry, automatically this gentleman should just eyes pull down, eyes look down. Number one technique, as you said, or else simply keep quiet. Or even then, simply keeping quiet either by the husband, and again the wife comes arguing, then simply leave the house.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Simply leave the house. Otherwise, you will be a stimulus. So just raise her voice.
Yeah.
So if wife gets angry, this is the best technique which I have just observed in my house, and I just instructed to all people also.
Yeah.
When she gets angry, automatically keep quiet.
Yeah.
And don't argue. If
Yeah.
you start arguing, then the entire story goes back to that day, you gentleman, you fellow, you just you have entered into my life. That has become a major headache to me. Like that, they will go back to the earlier history. Then there will not be no end.
Yeah, that's right.
And poor people having studied psychology or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Why should I be just this?
Whatever we have studied is in the left brain, computer, psychology, medicine.
Yes.
But there is something wrong with the right brain. That's what is driving us crazy.
Yes, sir.
If they synchronize, they become all right. They are happy and make others happy.
Yeah, that's what.
Making others unhappy, they are mentally ill.
Yeah.
Be happy and make others happy. If you are not able to, okay.
Yeah.
So what I suggest is make others happy.
Yeah.
Then you are all right. That is
anyway, now we have crossed 7:50, sir. We will be, with your permission, we will conclude. Then,
one more person asked something. With that, we will conclude.
Just before that, I just suggest, I have noted down for coming, I think, sessions. Today, 22nd, 23 and 24. I am just proposing the topics as a stepmother, sir. Role of stepmother. Role of stepmother.
Okay.
Then single child. Single child.
Okay.
Then our valedictory, our marriage system, present and future.
Okay.
So these three, just I have it has come to my mind. I am just sharing with you.
Okay.
And even participants can suggest any other topic. We will keep aside.
Yeah, please do. Some lady said something.
Sir.
One lady wanted to say something.
This lady is our good friend Ramadevi only said something.
Okay.
It's about the personality disorders in the parents.
Okay.
Yeah, these things comes under personality disorders only.
No, sir. I mean, like some people have paranoid and some people are avoidant. So that is really causing the partners. Either of the partners is really problematic.
Ramadevi, we have discussed very much about personal disorders, schizophrenia, paranoia, involution, melancholia, delusions, hallucinations, whatnot. So many we have discussed. So I think the topics which I have suggested, it is also quite important.
Yes, sir. They do.
Yeah, and later on, I am also announcing to our own participants. Soon after 25th session, by completing, we will be completing this electric session. And before that, I request the participants to write down the records and submit, please. Okay, that is another thing. And we are going to, in the other session, our Ganeshan sir has suggested in the sense mentioned, not suggested, mentioned. If we drill the subject, family counseling, then automatically, whether it might be topics, might be dowry demand or depression or just any kind illegal contracts or just the topics which we have covered. If we cover and specifically, again, we will go for brainstorming with a panel of people. Just to say, anyway, sir is their psychologist, and I requested Sudhakar Reddy sir also is with us, one spiritual person, and any other person who is related to this, and on each topic, say domestic violence. So we'll have a thorough discussion on the topic for 1 hour with just very eminent people who are related. One spiritual gentleman, psychologist, or legal person, or some other person. So that our knowledge can be enriched more. So like that today, hospital, super specialty hospital, like that, different steps are there. But actually, medical profession also started with one doctor, a simple doctor. That's all. And later on, so many specializations evolved. And similarly, you suggested to go for so many specializations. That is a really quite welcoming just point, sir.
Okay.
It's a good suggestion. Then having given that idea, and myself and Professor Sudhakar Reddy, we had a discussion, just a panel. Next soon after completion of this program, we would like to have on each topic, particularly family. I think this is a very, 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 very important problem, burning problem now in India. Of course, there are other problems which are also burning, but family, just it is most important. And again, with your permission, we'll go for on each topic, just what is that panel discussion.
Okay.
This we can upload it to the YouTube one. So this is my contribution and suggestion.
Okay.
Shall we conclude the session, Rama Devi?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think it's very hard to conclude a session. Because if we keep on discussing, we get more and more topics and more things that comes to our mind, that strikes our mind to further produce or have a good, healthy discussion to learning. So learning is such a curious step, I would say. So Ganeshan sir, I would like to thank on behalf of WCOP and personally for sparing your valuable time to teach us.
1 minute, Rama Devi. Our Lakshman Rao sir came now.
Okay.
Lakshman Rao sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am online.
So we are concluding.
I'm sorry, I had some visitors. I could not avoid them.
Okay. You just keep reserve whatever you would like to say. We will discuss in the next coming meeting.
Definitely, definitely. It's a good, interesting subject that you have taken up. Especially single parenting is a problem not only in the US, in India also. I've come across many cases here. So, but I missed it. Anyway, next session I will definitely join and participate, sir.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, Ganesh, Lakshman sir, for joining at the end at least. So, but I would like to say that there are some parents who would feel proud that I'm a single parent. Despite of their adversities or problems, they have become this one. But in some cases, I've seen women saying that I would be happy to be a single parent than having my husband with me. So, which is little pathetic though, and such women are also not willing to come forward for counseling. So let us hope we can do something to such people. So once again, on behalf of WCOP and all the participants, I would like to thank Ganeshan sir for his valuable suggestions, valuable teachings, valuable knowledge and everything. So I would like to thank Krishnamurthy sir and Sudhakar Reddy sir for their gracious presence, and none other, not least, but BGR sir for giving such a interesting topics to be discussed or to be dealt with in every session. I would like to thank all the participants who have been listening to keenly and noting their points and implementing in their profession. So I would like to thank everyone. Today, I'm little happy that there are few people who came out of the den to ask the questions, so which is very good thing. So I'd like to say that in the next two sessions also, I request all the participants to come up as many as possible questions so that we can have a good discussion. Thank you so much, everyone present here, and have a pleasant evening.
Yeah, good night to everyone.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
sir.
night, sir. Good night, sir.
Yeah, good night, sir. Good night, everyone.